Welcome back, everyone. Today we have another video with a leader that you should all know, Kaido. But this time we're gonna play with a different engine, utilizing the cards for the set 2, as it is Hannibal and Impel down. And the reason the deck is built this way is because you have to analyze what the meta is gonna be next set. Next set, we have a lot of aggressive decks in the names of Whitebeard and Zoro, and there's just a lot of aggressive decks that are gonna come out of that set. And then there's also the Kiemons and the control, like mid-range control decks of the format that are gonna also be a terror, but are gonna be like this is the that's gonna be probably the top end of the format. Like those are the decks that you have to worry about. So you have to construct the deck in a way that can fight against those kind of decks. So the reason we're playing the Impel down engine is because it's really good against aggressive decks, and you're gonna see that in one of the games that I show up today. It really helps to have these cards to combat that aggressiveness of the deck. So the first card that I'm showing here is Hannibal, as it is a 1-drop that you play on turn 1 or on turn 2 if you're going second, or going second you play it in turn 1 or turn 2. And it's able to add a body to the field, search for your Shiryus or your 2K counters. Even the Hell Judgments is really good, and also is gonna be able to just represent a body that is gonna attack every turn. I haven't missed with him. It's looking at the top 5, and I have enough. I believe 18 Impel down cards. You usually don't miss with him, especially on the first few turns of the game. So it should be just fine to play this amount of Impel down cards. I haven't missed, as I said. Then I'm playing Domino because it's a blocker, but it's a blocker that is searchable out of Hannibal, which is really important. Sadi because it's a 2K counter that you can set out of Hannibal. That's the whole reason. Sasaki is still a good 2K counter that you can play going first if you haven't seen your stage and you're playing against aggressive decks. It definitely is worth playing there. Shiryu was really impressive against red decks, especially Zoro, because they just flood the board with a bunch of 1-drops, and this just basically eliminates 1 for free, and that's an attacker to everything else that is on the board. And being a 5K attacker is really good, and in the matchups that is not useful is a 1K counter, which is really useful. We're still playing 3 Uras because she's really good against aggressive. However, she's only good if you don't have a queen, and if you're going second and you don't see the stage, that's when she shines. That's why I'm not playing as a full playset, but still a good card. It's a good blocker that you should play if you have the option. X-Ray because it's another card that you can play. It's mostly for the 2K counter, but it's another card that you sometimes play if you're if you're flooded with 2Ks in one or other spots. Queen because it's just one of the best blockers, if not the best 5K blockers of the game. So you still have to play it on this format. King. The reason you play King is because there's just a lot of removal early. You have to get into the board and you have to remove something, especially against Kiemon. If they play the Yamato, you do have to answer with your King, so as to not lose tempo and to gain some of tempo on your own. So it is important to play this card. It could be more, but you know, King is extremely important against aggressive decks and against any deck. This card is still good, and I still will defend playing 3 of this card because it's good in any spot. Then we're playing 3 of the 9-drop, as we're trying to be more mid-range more than anything, more than like super control. So our curve has to be King into Kaido. Basically, that's what we want to do. Of course, the stage first, but and that's gonna be our top end, and that's how we're gonna beat the 8-drop. Before you play the 10-drop to beat the 8-drop, but we're just gonna outmuscle it with these cards. I think that's the way that we're gonna approach that matchup, as the 8-drop does lose a lot of like playability next set because there's a lot of removal for him, so people are not gonna play it as much, or are gonna lower the numbers on him, and it's just gonna be easier to deal with. We feel like, so that's why we didn't opt to play the 10-drop, as the 10-drop is very slow and it just doesn't give you enough tempo, and that's why we opted to play just this. It has worked so far very well, but I mean, it's a consideration to play the 10 drop as it is a poor wipe for anything, especially against like black decks. If they have their Kusan, playing a 10 drop could save you. So you know, it's a give and take as to what you want to do, as to what you consider the format is gonna be. If you think the green decks and the red decks are gonna be more prevalent, then you should focus on that and build it like this way. But if you do think the black decks could make a comeback here and there, maybe at the beginning of the format you should play a couple of 10 drops, because everyone is going to be trying the new cards. If you're still going to play the Kaido, then if everyone is going to play the new cards, then maybe it's going to be a lot of black decks, and then the 10 drop could get some good value there. So it's up to you in that case. For the Blast Breath, because keeping one energy up is really easy with everything that you're trying to do, and 4k counter for one energy just doesn't get any better than that. 3 health judgments, keeping 2 energy up is a little bit harder, but this card is really important against any deck. When they're trying to go for game, this card will stop like 2 attacks basically, and it's really important to play at least as a 3-of. You could argue that it could be a 4, but I mean, you don't want to clog too much your deck. Then we have, of course, the island, because it's important for any matchup, and you will still also always mulligan for this card. And that's pretty much the deck. And yeah, let's go see some gameplay. Okay, and I choose to go second here because I don't want to attack him, actually. Since he's going to be super aggressive, I don't want to give him cards to defend with. This hand is actually pretty decent, but I think I'm going to play the Shiryu on turn 2 instead of the island. I will defend that one. No, I'll take it. Oh, now I can play this one with the island, so it's actually kind of worth. And next turn I play the Shiryu. Yeah. Yeah, I'll play the island, and I'll play the Hannibal, and I'll get a 2k here. And I'm not gonna attack him because I don't want to give him cards. So I already got 3 cards plus. I don't want to give him even more. Here I'm gonna combo a 1k. By him attacking and being aggressive here, he's gonna lose a lot of tempo. And I can recover my hand with my queens, so it's not gonna work fine for him. Well, now I kind of do have to play the king here, so I'm gonna attack for 7 at the dude. I'm gonna play my queen, which is gonna give me better options here. Discard king and pass the turn. He gets to attack another time, but yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with this. It's not the most terrible turn ever. I have my queens, so I'll block 5 because if he wants to kill my queen, it's harder for him than to hit my leader. I'll take this one. I will combo that one. I don't think the blocker is as good here. I don't think the Shiryu is good too either. Well, the Shiryu was gonna be good. But I have queens, so it's not even that big of an issue. I'll attack here. I'll attack here. I'll play the queen, use action, discard the island. This would have been good last turn, but can still be good. I'm gonna do health judgments here, so I'm gonna attack for 4 here. And end the turn. So I am actually in control. And I think I'm gonna win this game. Oh, perfect. Health judgment. Oh, no blocker. Health judgment. on him and the leader. Resolve. And that's why this card is so good. Just blocking 2 attacks here is just great. No blockers. That one there. I'll block. Now I have the king for the Robin, and I could play the Kaido instead. It's my only turn that I can play him, and it will offer me a win condition here. So you know what? I am gonna do it. Kill the Robin. Attack the Brook. Attack the Brook. I mean the little thing. And attack the leader. And end my turn. I might take 1 hit here. I think one of my queens is gonna die here, but it's fine because 6. I have to take that one. Yeah, that's great. That was the risk. I was gonna take 1 life always here, so it's just fine. Was never gonna take that one. Now I have the answer for the Ura. He's of course gonna let that die. I'm gonna attack his leader. I'm gonna attack his leader. I'm gonna play the king, use the action, get rid of the Ura, and end my turn here. I have a Hell Judgment, but I have enough defense here. Oh no, I don't have much defense. Well, the queen is a good enough defense, I think. Now he has to be worried a little bit about this. Like I don't have like a horrible board here, so he has to be more careful about what he's doing. Yeah, exactly. Well, sadly, I do have to give this up. I have the Hell Judgments, and I have 2 queens, so I should be just fine to attack for 7 here. 7, 7, 10 is just the right number here. Alright, your go. I have a blocker for this. He needs to play another white beer. But another white beer I could just beat with my king, I think. I'll have another queen, so it's just fine. I'll sacrifice one of my queens to the new gate, that's for sure. But he's kind of priced out into playing more of the new gate. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. I mean, he's gonna kill a Hannibal, but who cares? Yeah. I'm just gonna combo a 2k here. There's no rusher here that I'm scared of. Do I do judgment here? I think it's gonna be more important next turn though. I just want to be mana efficient. And Since I already have one king on board, using this to KO this, and then going after his leader is gonna be more of a challenge for him. And if he blocks this one, I just burn him, so he shouldn't. Yeah. And then for 7. And I'm not gonna attack with the queen because he doesn't kill me next turn. Even with a jet pistol, he still has to get to 2, 2, 2, and 1. So there's no way that he can kill me next turn. And that's just fine. Yeah, even if he has jet pistol, Otama, white beer, whatever he has, is not enough. Okay, I'll take this one. And he can have everything into the leader here, and it's not enough. And we won that matchup. That was pretty good. I didn't see my stage on curve, did I? Yes, I did. That was kind of important. That really showcased the power of the deck. Even as an aggressive of a deck that is Kaido, and with the white beard and everything, I was able to leverage. It was more than anything the queens. I did draw all of my queens, and that's really good against any red deck, more than anything. So I was able to cycle out all the islands out of my hand and everything else. But there were some key decisions that were able to win me the game in different spots of the game. So I'm really happy on how I played the game. And yeah, that's it. Okay, going second without the field spell here. Kind of do want it for this matchup specifically. This is not a good matchup for this deck, believe it or not. Especially if you don't have the field spell. I was gonna draw it in 2 turns, but we'll get the 2k here. He has his, so now he's gonna be digging for the 5-drop, which is immediately really annoying. Take it, no. Draw a card, draw it down. I guess I'll attack for 5 and play my Ura. We haven't seen the field spell, yeah. This is really bad. See if we can get the field spell here. I cannot. So this one is gonna be a bad play. I'm gonna be in a lot of mana constraint here. I will combo the 2k because this guy's gonna pressure me a lot. Has a queen, maybe? It has another one of these? Oh. It'd be really bad. Yeah, okay. Well, another one means that I have to raise him. I can't really raise him though. You should honestly just let him die, because he can leverage the late game with this one here. Oh, that's a heavy tax there. But if he's paying it, I'll take it. If he's discarding queens to save this guy, I'll keep attacking it. Because he values that guy super, like, a lot. He shouldn't. I mean, I know it. He just let it die. He just KO 2 of my energy. That's more than enough. But I guess he does have to fight for a little bit of board. He makes this one minus 3k. Should have attacked the queen. I don't know why he went onto that one. I guess he can attack with this one at the Ura. That makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, but queen is much easier to defend than it is the other ones. Yeah, that one dies. He should have attacked with the Hannibal. That one. He does have maybe Hell Judgments here. He's kind of representing that. Or he wants to attack with the Hannibal for a lot. But I do have the blocker, so... And that's a perfect target for her, for this. And here I'm gonna attack for 6. I'll lose my energy, but I'll have control of the board, so I am excellent with. I'm okay with that exchange. Oh, I'm losing a queen. I'm super okay with that. He lost both his queens trying to defend this. I don't think it was worth it. Queen is too important. Yeah, this card is not gonna matter. No, on a 2k. And if he attacks with this one, he just dies easily. I'll block that one. This card is useless right now, but at least I'm gonna be able to use the action. And he didn't leverage the fact that like his cards were better in a vacuum, like that I didn't have the stage, that I didn't have any of this. He didn't leverage that by letting him die and just play the other cards like your queens. That was my opponent's greediness with this card. I mean, he was doing the right thing, attacking my board every time, but he should have just let both of them die and not let me do any plays at all. But I was able to come back because he didn't double neck me on one turn, which is what he should have done for sure. I think my opponent played this incorrectly. I assume they chose to go first. This is weird for them because they actually want to go second as this leader. But you do have to apply some pressure against Kaido, so going first is kind of the way. And the nice thing about this Hannibal is that I get to play him turn 1. I do lose my Onigashima Island here. Do I want the blocker? I think I want the blocker. The other energy doesn't do anything, but at least I can pressure his Bonnie if he gets rid of my Hannibal. I mean, it's a good card. Although I do give some value to his to his Yamato. Yeah, no blocker, resolve. But that was gonna happen regardless, and now I get to play my stage on curve, how I planned it. I might play the Shiryu next turn because I want to deal with the Bone Clay and add an attacker. I don't know what my opponent is thinking. He should be taking this. Also, I might not actually kill the bunny. No, I do have to kill the bunny, but if he plays something else, I am gonna attack his leader instead of the board because it makes it easier for me to. It makes it easier for him to play the 8-drop on turn 7 going first, and I want to prevent that from happening. It is actually important to stop that from happening. So I am gonna ignore the Yamato, and I am gonna ignore the if he plays something else. I am gonna ignore it. Now, if he does search with the bunny, I think I do have to kill it. Sadly for me, because she just offers too much value if I don't kill it. But what I'm hoping happens here is that he plays something exactly, and then I don't have to worry about the Yamato next turn. The 7-drop. That is fine. Resolve. No trigger. Okay, so that gives me a nice play for the future here. Now that he has 3 cards, I don't have to play the Shiryu because he just didn't do anything. I'm gonna drop one of my blockers. I don't wanna. He has a lot of pressure here, so I wanna be a little bit conservative when it comes to all of this. And I think I'm gonna opt for the queen, although I'm gonna go into 6, 7, 9 next turn if I don't neg my energy. So there is an argument to not use the queen, but I think it's important to develop the queen here. And I'm definitely gonna attack the Yamato now because there is no risk of me, even if he blocks or if he doesn't block, there is no risks of me getting like him playing the 8-drop next turn. So that's the main thing I was worried about for him going first. And if he doesn't have a hand because he protected his life, now I can just go for his board consistently. And the 8-drop, I'm gonna be able to pressure it with the Kaido. So I am in a decent spot here. My opponent is taking too long. Okay, that's perfect. Now I have a perfect discard outlet for the queen. And I draw another queen, which is great. And I'm gonna attack the Yamato here. Although he's probably gonna block or use a 2k. I would block, but that's not me. Yeah. Now the bunny is not gonna be an issue since I'm not gonna be able to play the 9-drop. I could play the 9-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 7, 8. No, I cannot play the 9-drop. So since I'm not gonna be able to play it, I'm gonna play Shiryu and I'm gonna try to kill these 2 bunnies here. But let's see what he does first. He got the killer, the blocker. That is annoying, not gonna lie. I wish I had my 1-drop so I could pressure this guy, but I don't. Okay, take, no trigger. Second Kaido is actually really good here. And he didn't play a blocker. I will block that one and do a 2k. Oh, what a good draw here. That's excellent. Now I can bait him too, which is so good. No, I don't need to bait him. I just need to attack for 8. For 6 first. That's the reason you play king. It's too good. It is exceptionally good here. And it's absolutely gonna win me this game. Next turn I Kaido him and the game is over. Two blockers are good, not gonna lie. I will be defending my queen. Now we'll do a Kaido. But first, let's attack this one. I assume he's gonna use one of the blockers. Actually, let's force him to use the blockers. That's really good, so I can kill the law. He can draw 2 cards, it doesn't matter. But I want to get rid of the law. It is important. Well, I don't think he's gonna use a 2K. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I want him to combo another 5K here. He shouldn't, but because I am representing the 9-drop, he should read that play right now, but I mean, it's up to him, yeah. And now I'm in a great spot. I have a second Kaido to just finish the game, and I'm gonna play a queen in between, or I could play a king, but no, queen, I need to refill my hand. And yeah, that card is good. It should get rid of my queen, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. I have another queen, so I am not scared of this spot here. And next turn I'm gonna pressure him super hard. And I have another Kaido to just finish the game. This one, even though it's a dual attacker, I am not that scared of that happening next turn. Yeah, I go to 10 either way, so it is fine to play the queen. Use action. I don't think I need a 4th Kaido though. A 3rd Kaido, I meant. Let's see what if the opponent wants to combo this one. It should, but I'm okay with that. Since I'm just gonna put him to 2, and then next turn he's gonna die, so it should be just fine. And I do have a blocker for this, so as to not cut me like off guard. Oh, he just took it. Oh, he got a Pawn Gibson out of life. Okay. Then take, and take. I should have played the queen after, because he could have drawn a Pawn Gibson out of any of his life, and that could have been a problem. Here, I like my Hell Judgments, but I also like... It could be a Hell's Judgment, to be fair, because it stops the dual attack on that guy. Actually, I like that, yeah. That is actually very, very good. Yeah, okay, expect it. But even then, he cannot kill my Kaido because I have the Hell Judgment. That she should not attack with that one first, by the way. Because I will hold judgments here. And now his guy is only at 6k, which, I mean, he could pump it a little bit, but what's he gonna do with 6, 7 maybe? Tap out? Just lose to my board? Yeah, I didn't think so. He's only a 5k, my bad. Yeah, he misplayed there by attacking with the Odin. He should not have done that. Okay, and for closing thoughts on this matchup and this deck, I think it's still a really powerful deck coming into set 2. Depending on how you build it, it could still be a really powerful deck. You do just, if you're gonna play Kaido, just learn how to play without the island is the most important thing. Sometimes this deck does play better without, like, if you don't see your island, this deck has a decent chance still, because your curve ending is gonna be a king and I mean, both kings. You're like, this one is not gonna happen as often. If you do have, like, maybe one happens, but like rarely. And then your curve is gonna end in the king and the king. So these two cards are gonna have to win you the game. These three cards really: the queen, the king, and the king. So that's how you play this deck without the field spell, and that's what you have to get accustomed to when you're playing this deck. Like, you have to find the win, and the way to find the win is definitely these two cards. A 7k is a good stat line, and them being able to remove 2 other cards when they come into play will give you the tempo enough to where you can maybe close the game with your leader's effect and 2 of the 7 drops and your queens. Your queens still very important too for that game plan, as they offer some defense in 1 turn and some aggressive 7k attackers for 1 energy and the following. So that's the deck profile for today. And if you did like it, please consider subscribing, and thank you all for watching. See you next time.